Hello, how are you? I'm Blanche, I'm from Mexico. I hope you can join my live today. And I'm going to work with a little small house, MDF house. I'm going to use rice papers and other things. I hope you can join me and let's start. Hi, hello. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Joan, Elizabeth. I hope you are well today. And I'm going to speak a little bit in English, a little bit Spanish. I'm going to start my tablet as I can read all the comments in front of me. And tell me, where are you from? Yes, here it is. This is the house that I'm going to use today. I already did some things in advance because sometimes it's complicated to do the whole project in 1 hour. And I'm going to run today because my kid is in something like United Nations. It's an exercise that they have in the school. So I have 1 hour and a half to do the project. So I start with the acrylic primer. I use this one. I used to use acrylic primer or gesso to start my projects because sometimes I don't know what I'm going to do. So I need a primer and then I know that I can use any medium, any crackle or anything because I have the primer at the beginning. This I'm going to show you. This is made from MDF, so it's not porous as, for example, as good. So I need the primer to make it easier to work. Les estaba comentando que al principio yo lo que hago siempre es usar un primer, porque al tener un primer yo sé que puedo usar después cualquier medio y no me voy a tener que estar preocupando por si le pongo algún craquelador, alguna pintura, algo. Entonces siempre trato de usar primero el primer y ya después, ya sea el primer o a veces uso el gesso, pero este es más líquido, este es más denso. I used to use any of these ones, but for example, I use more this with the resin pieces because this is more liquid. So for big pieces like this one, I use the acrylic primer and the gesso for the resin pieces. Hola, Pati. Hello, Beata. Imrene. I don't know if it's good. Hello, Jill. Thanks for joining us. Hello, Joanne. So I start with this. And also I did some other things in advance. I prepare with this texture mold. I use this one, the light modeling paste. Also, you can use, for example, the clay, any clay that you have, but I love to use this paste, but you need 24 hours to make it dry. So I did the piece in advance. It's this. The only thing that you have to do is to take your spatula. Les digo que para que este esté completamente seco, cuando no están muy gruesos los moldes, como este, se necesitan como 24 horas para que esté seco. Entonces, as you can see, this texture is amazing. So you only have to do with the spatula this. As you can feel, all the mold, all the small pieces. And when you finished everything, you have to do something like this. Because at the end, you want to take up all the mold, not just the small pieces. So, sí, la textura es muy, ay, no sé cómo decírtelo, como si fuera una crema. A mí me encanta. That's why I did this yesterday, because I spent a lot of time filling the molds carefully, and I don't want to waste all the jar in one mold. So it's complicated to do this, but if you see, each single piece has to be filled with the cream with this cream paste, like modeling paste. It's like cream, because it's not liquid. Sí, es como una crema, Pati. Es muy, se puede llenar súper bien, como lo pueden ver. Y ya cuando se seca, entonces obtienen esta moldura. Esta la voy a usar para la parte del techo. This mold I'm going to use in the roof. So, as I told you, I did it in advance. Sí, te digo que es como muy cremosita, es muy ligera. Entonces, obtienen todo su molde, lo despegan y obtienen todo su molde, y entonces lo que voy a hacer es que voy a usar aquí algunas partes para pegarlos aquí en el techo, ¿sí? Pues nada más déjenme marcarlo. Tal vez con una pluma, con el lápiz no creo que se deje. And then I'm going to glue this. You can glue this with heavy body gel or with the spray, with the express glue. And you only have to cut it's easy to cut, and it's easy. Also, this kind of paste is easy when you want to do jars or something that it's not flat. The surface, you you have to cover everything with this kind of molds and with that paste. Y lo que voy, this is what my idea to do the roof. And then I'm going to cut the other side. Sorry, because the project is a little bit big. It's not a canvas, so I have to work very close to the camera. Ándale, como chantilly. Hello, Agnieszka, how are you? So this is what I'm going to glue right here. And as I told you, you can use heavy body gel, or you can use this one, the express glue. putting the edges like this. If you are going to use the heavy body gel, this is the glossy one, but you can also use the matte one. I hope I will not have problems with the laptop. My kid broke his laptop, so I'm working today with another one. And let's glue this here. And the other side, the same thing. If you have to glue resin pieces or heavy pieces, you can also use this kind of gel. And I love it because also if you want to use with stencils, it's so good. And let's glue this right here. And then with this cream paste, you can use any kind of paint. So this is the look that I want to get. Okay, here and here. As I have to do something for spring, it's a spring project. I choose this paper, and as you can see, you can put here some mechanism to do a clock, or you can cover it. I'm going to use this paper here, and then I'm going to use some molds and paint this thing here. Hi, Ildiko, how are you? Here, I'm going to glue this right here, right. I'm going to try to put this in the middle, because if I want to make it a clock, I need to have the circle like this. Como les digo, este es un papel arroz que conseguí de la marca de estampería. Se pudiera usar aquí como un reloj, entonces voy a tratar de que quede más o menos a la mitad para que después yo lo pueda, lo pueda pegar ahí, ¿sí? Y lo que voy a hacer es que voy a cortar más o menos donde lo marqué. Y de la parte de arriba, which kind of projects are you doing these days? I don't know if you are doing something for summer. I know some people that are working in Christmas. I can't do it. I have to be in Christmas mood to start with Christmas projects. And then let me find. I have all my things here. This is the glue that I'm going to use today. This is the decoupage varnish and glue matte. Or you can also use the glossy one if you love to use glossy finish. And I'm going to glue this here. As you can see, when you have your background completely white, the colors of the rice papers are much better. Les digo que cuando tienen el fondo blanco, pues los colores de los papeles arroz que vayan a pegar se lucen mucho más que si lo pusieran sobre el MDF que está en color café. Entonces, esa es una de las razones también para poder usar el primer al inicio. From where you have that rice paper? From where? I think that it was a gift. Sometimes Pentart used to send us materials from Stamperia to do our projects. It's like a kind of help as they send us. It's Stamperia. This one. This is the code TFSA 4670. I don't remember, but I believe that it was from one of the collections. Let me see, because I think that it's the same. It's Garden House. This is a collection because these are the chipboards that match with this rice paper, and this is Garden House. It was not a very popular rice paper. The collection was one of the ones they show us. Also, they have the past. I don't know if you can remember this collection with the frames and some flowers. 1 or 2 years ago, they showed this collection. And as this glue is also varnish, I'm going to use with the rice paper. They also have the molds of this collection, but I think that I didn't buy those molds. They were, one of the molds were little frames with sentiments like this one. And frames with flowers, I think. And let this dry. You remember that one? And let me find my ruler. Me han estado preguntando de lo de la colección de la que saqué esto. Es de una colección de estampería, no fue una colección así de las que son súper famosas y que todos quieren. Pero espero que no sé si todavía la puedan conseguir, pero es una colección de hace como 1 o 2 años más o menos que la conseguí. Y voy a pintar ahora. I'm going to paint this part. I don't know if you can see. Yes, you can see. I'm going to paint this part with this color, and then I'm going to do some strips and paint with this color. This is beige, this is acrylic paint matte, and this one is raspberry matte acrylic paint also from Pentacolor. La verdad es que yo sé que hay algunas colecciones que nos pasan desapercibidas y luego ya ni nos acordamos. I know there are some collections that maybe we say, okay, I'm not going to buy that one. I think that this collection is useful for my project today because I have to do something for spring, so I start looking in my rice papers. I don't have all the binders that you have, Agnieszka, but in the rice papers that I have, I found this one and I believe that it's good for the house. Maybe I'm going to try to cut the rice paper with sandpaper. You are using the same papers today? I don't have a lot of papers from this collection, just a few things, but with the things that I find for the project, I think that it's okay. La verdad es que creo que no tengo muchos papeles y cosas de esta colección, pero para hacer este proyecto creo que sí complete. A veces tratamos de buscar pues lo que hace juego con estas colecciones. Y así es más fácil. Le voy a poner un poco más de pegamento en las orillas, se despega un poquito hasta que lo trate de cortar. I'm going to use a little bit of the glue here. That's okay. And I'm going to paint also the edges with the same color. Maybe I'm going to use a small brush. It's an old one. Hello, Barbara. How are you today? Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoy the live. I hope you don't listen. My husband, he is working today at home since the COVID thing. Sometimes he can work here, home office, but he used to shout a lot when he has his calls. Today I told him, hey, I am going to have a live. Please don't shout a lot. But sometimes he forgets. My kids are at school, so that they are not problem today. Oh, thank you. Sometimes you only need a nice rice paper and everything is okay. If you see my projects, I don't use a lot of things and a lot of materials in the same project. Sometimes I think that less is more. I'm going to do something right here because as you can see, the paper was not enough in that part. This color is cappuccino. This is from the Decor Paint Chalky colors, and I'm going to try to paint just a little bit in the corners, in the edges. Sorry. Este es otro color que voy a usar, es el capuchino, pero este no es de las acrílicas mate, este es una acrílica como tipo tiza, por eso son de la línea Chucky. La verdad es que estas son las que más me gustan, pero a veces no tengo todos los colores, entonces a veces uso otros colores. Entonces este fue el capuchino, this one. And this one was the beige color. And I choose another color to paint. I'm going to use this one. This is the olive tree green. This is from Decor Chalky paint. And I'm going to use this in the roof and here. And this is the color. And let me use another brush. Later, maybe I have to cut a little bit here, but I'm going to need the cutter. but for the live, it's okay. I don't know if you can see. Let me put the paint here. I don't use a lot of glue, and I will have problems here, but maybe later I'm going to use more glue here, more of the express glue, and it's going to be okay. And then I'm going to show you the house in pictures in the Pentar Decor group. I hope you like this kind of colors. I love to use soft colors sometimes for the projects. They are easy to match. Espero que les estén gustando estos colores. La verdad es que aunque sé que el proyecto es de primavera, me gusta usar este tipo de colores así como claros, suaves, pastel. Se ven bonitos y son fáciles de combinar porque puedes usar azules, verdes, beige, rosas y todos quedan bonitos. Pero pues deben de ser colores no muy oscuros. Ya después tal vez en la decoración pueden usar algún color un poco más oscuro, pero a veces para los fondos yo prefiero usar colores claros y ya después irle subiendo el tono solamente en la decoración. Sometimes for the backgrounds, I love to use this kind of colors, and then if I use molds or some decorations, I can use brighter colors. And here also the same color. You can also use crackles or anything like here, but sometimes for the lives, it's not easy to work with the crackles and let it dry and get good crackles. Mhm. I don't like too much the camera that shows my face because I used to do with my tongue when I'm painting. So sorry if you see my tongue playing. I prefer to show only my hands. Les digo que perdón si me ven en la cámara y ven que mi lengua está jugando, pero cuando estoy pintando a veces Pues estoy jugando con la lengua y se me olvida que tengo la cámara y que me están viendo. Me gusta más cuando son los lives que nada más se muestran mis manitas. And here we go. Gracias, Silvia. Saludos desde México. ¿En qué parte de México está Silvia? Yo estoy en Querétaro. Y como ven, creo que ahí se ve bonito. Y ya después le podemos poner a lo mejor aquí alguna decoración y se va a ver bien. Y lo que estaba pensando es que para que no se vea tan plano, podemos usar aquí las líneas. Aquí voy a poner algunas líneas y voy a usar el mismo beige y a lo mejor un poco del rosa. 17 y medio son 2 y medio, 5 y medio, 5. Let me think. Sometimes I have to think. Sometimes I have the idea, but I'm trying to do the project while I'm working. Espero que no se oiga mucho la secadora. Traté de conseguir esta que hace menos ruido que otras. Pero necesito trabajar aquí abajo. Y voy a poner la mitad. Y a partir de ahí voy a empezar a trabajar para que sea más fácil. 8 y medio. Here we go. Opposite in me. You like the cameras? I don't. Sorry. Y después le voy a poner algunas cosas con un stencil para que no se vea tan X. Then I'm going to use a stencil. I try to prepare all the materials. And then right here. And as I have this pink here, I'm going to use this one. That is the raspberry color. Is this one, this pink. This is the color that I'm using. No, this is not the right. Okay. Can you see the color? It's like a pink, but it's not too much bright. And remember that it doesn't have to be perfect because at the end you can use the antiquing gels or antique paste, and you can paint the edges with those ones, and they are going to look great. When I start doing projects, I used to spend a lot of time using liners and other kind of brushes to do it perfectly, but then I start watching some tutorials, and I was in some classes, and I know that I don't have to be perfect. And I enjoy it more. So this one was the raspberry color, this one. And let's take off the stripes. And I think that it matches very good with this one. And let me try. Hi, Anna. How are you? And I have here this one. And I think that I'm going to need another color. Let me see. Like maybe this one. Like this one. This one is good, but I don't use a lot of these brown colors. This is the color that I'm going to use. This is the vintage brown. And I'm going to use this kind of brush with a small piece of paper, and I just want a little bit of this stencil right here, not everything, just to do this thing. I take some paint and then I start with the stencil. It doesn't have to cover everything, just some things like this. with the same color, I'm going to paint just a little bit of the edges. I'm not using more paint, just the paint that the brush has. Solo le puse un poco del stencil con la pintura y al final pues con lo que quedó en el pincel se puede avecentar un poco el proyecto. No se necesita hacer como demasiado. And then I think that it's okay. And I'm going to use some things to make it vintage. This is the antique paste and this is the antiquing gel. I think that I'm going to use this antiquing gel in the roof here with the brush. This color is the brown. This is the color that I'm going to get. Let me see if I have another brush right here. And as it's already dried, I'm going to paint with this. I think that it's not completely dry. Let me try a little bit more. Because I don't want to make a mess here. And here is not completely dry. And let me see. Yes, it's much better. So I don't know if you can see because the camera is close, but I'm using the antiquing gel. And if you don't want everything to be completely brown, you can use baby wipes. These are dried because I use them as this and only with a little bit of water. You can clean as much as you want. And then in the other side, the same. I'm just using the antiquing gel. And then with the baby wipe and a little bit of water, you can clean a little bit. And also for the edges of the paper, and here. And maybe more here. just some touches. I don't want to paint it completely brown. I want to have the olive tree green color. And then I'm going to use the antique paste with a little brush to paint the lines. It's like here. This is the color. Is the Ubra. This is from the antique paste. Just a little bit of the color here. Not as much as in the pink side. Ahorita lo único que estoy haciendo es agregar un poquito del antique paste. El color es el umbra y solamente lo estoy poniendo un poco en las líneas con un pincel. Y bueno, lo que tengo en la mano es una toallita húmeda, pero ahorita son de las que están completamente secas y que las uso para ir limpiando lo que no quiero. No sé cuánto tiempo llevo, ya casi una hora. Hi Cindy, how are you? So glad you are here. Y como les enseñé hace rato, tengo algunas de estas piezas que podemos ir pegando. These chipboard are sticky, but I'm going to use cardboard. So I'm going to use the glue. Let me find the glue, the express glue, and the scissors. These are small pieces of cardboard that I'm going to glue in the back. And this is my hair. And here I'm going to glue this here and here. And with the express glue, I'm going to use this here. And this is going to be here. And maybe here. What do you think? I use this glue not for years, but I agree. This is one of the best glues that I have. And maybe I'm going to choose. I don't know which one. Always and forever. Maybe this one. No. This one, but it's going to be a little bit like here. And I just need towers and towers of this cardboard. Because I want to glue this here. I don't trust in this sticky thing, so that's why I'm using the express glue. And then I also have here these decorative chips from the same collection, and I'm going to use some of these pieces. Maybe this one. I don't want to break them. These are a little bit difficult to get. And tengo unos decorative chips que le voy a poner aquí en la parte de atrás. La verdad es que del color que están ya a mí me gustan, no los voy a pintar. Yo sé que hay gente que luego les pone que les pone otras cosas, ¿no? Les pone lindis y les pone más. Pero bueno, yo solamente las voy a usar así como están. You can color them, but honestly, I like them as they are. So I'm going to use this one too. Right here. I know I need some tools. I ordered them, but they are not here. And I have here some flowers that I'm going to cook. And I'm going to add these flowers right here. And I hope you are enjoying this. These are fabric flowers that I get. Maybe you saw them in one of my projects. Maybe. And maybe more flowers in the other side. Mm. No está completamente pegada y se cae. Pero recuerden que el Express Glue les va a ayudar, pero se va a pegar y ya después ya no van a poder quitar las cosas. Entonces siempre traten de poner las cosas donde las quieren y ya esperar a que seque. And maybe this one here. It's very pretty. I need to buy it. The pink color that I used today is this one, the raspberry. I also love this one, but this is the magenta, I don't know, but it's darker. I prefer this one, the raspberry color. And maybe that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. As you remember, this is supposed to be a clock. So the hole is here. If I want to do something with the clock, I can add this in the middle of the circle. But if not, I can use this as a key holder. Maybe I can add some holes here and I can put my keys in this part. It's a spring decoration that I hope you enjoy it today. It was an easy one, but I hope you like it. So this is everything. And what do you think? Oh, thank you. Thank you for your hearts and thank you for being here. Espero que les haya gustado. Si recuerdan, este tenía un hoyito en esta parte. No lo quiero voltear porque se va a caer todo. Pero si quisiera poner el reloj, bueno, aquí pondré el mecanismo y aquí irían las manecillas del reloj. Si no, lo que se pueden hacer es poner aquí unas argollas y usarlo como portallaves. Entonces puede tener algunas utilidades si lo quisieran usar. Pero bueno, la idea era un proyecto de primavera y espero que les haya gustado. Have a nice day. Thank you for joining me and bye-bye. Bye. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.